This is what we're making today. Rice cake soup. Before I start this video, I just want to show a little fun fact. There is no rice cake or even rice involved in this dish. Rice cake soup is based on the Japanese dish Oden. The original Chinese version uses the name Everyday-Life Zazhu, where Zazhu means mixed boiled dishes. However, in terms of characters, the hanzi in Simplified Chinese corresponds to the kanji in Japanese. In Japan, this is read as zouni, which refers to a soup containing Japanese rice cakes, which is why it was translated to rice cake soup in English. And that's my fun fact for the day. Now let's go back to cooking. First, we're going to boil 3 eggs for 7 minutes. We're going to put a lid on this pot to ensure that the water is boiling throughout the 7 minutes. After 7 minutes, we're going to take the eggs out and throw it into an ice bath. This will stop the cooking process. I only cooked these eggs for 7 minutes because we're going to be boiling them again later, and I don't want it to be overcooked. While our eggs are cooling down, in a little container, we're going to add in 1 cup of soy sauce, 1 cup of mirin, and 1 cup of water. We will be marinating our eggs in this solution overnight. Once our eggs cool down, we're going to crack them open and peel them. While I crack my eggs, this is where I remind you to smash that like button and hit the notification bell for new videos. And if you really like what you see, hit the subscribe button. It's at the bottom right of your screen. We're going to throw our eggs into our soy marinade overnight. And by tomorrow, our egg should have taken its color and flavor. Now, we're going to make a really good dashi. In 5 liters of water, we're going to throw in 2 shiitake mushrooms and 30 grams of kombu. We're going to let this simmer for 30 minutes. These are treasure bags. They're made out of deep fried tofu, and the string is made out of tofu skin, and the inside remains a mystery. This is a fish cake. We're simply going to cut this in half on a bias. This is medium firm tofu. We're going to cut this into 3 slabs. These are 2 all-beef Japanese hot dogs. We're going to score them, putting 3 incisions on each hot dog. After scoring the hot dogs, we're going to take a little bamboo skewer and put it right in. These skewers will prevent the hot dog from bending. It'll also help us to pick it out of the hot soup and eat it with our hands. This is Kanyaku, which is a yam cake. We're going to slice them into strips. This is a Daikon Radish. We're simply going to peel it and then slice it into 1-inch thick medallions. And lastly, after 24 hours, these are our soy sauce eggs. See how shiny and brown they look? They're going to be so tasty later. And these are all the ingredients that are going into our Oden soup. Now let's go back to our dashi. After 30 minutes of simmering, we're going to add in 2 types of bonito flakes. The first is a thick bonito, which has a very smoky flavor, and the second is just your regular old bonito. This will add so much more flavor into our dashi. The bonito flakes steeped in there for about 10 minutes before we drain the dashi. Because of that thick, expensive bonito flake, I can already tell you that this dashi is going to be much more flavorful. And now that our dashi is ready, let's assemble our Oden soup. Remember guys, in the great words of the late Kozuki Oden, it's not Oden unless it boils. Now let's eat. First, we're going to try the dashi. And I'm telling you right now, that's an impact of a flavor. This dashi is just on another level. This is the type of dashi you would get at a high-level restaurant. Now let's try the fish cake. As you can see, the bottom of the pot was really hot, which is why it burnt a little. But nonetheless, it absorbed all that dashi flavor, and it's so good. What I'm really curious about are these treasure bags. I actually don't know what's in them. I didn't read the package. But after eating it, it was a pleasant surprise inside. It seems like it's a puree of corn. The sweetness of the corn really comes through. You can tell they didn't add any extra sugar into this. Now there's a good idea when they make Kokomi's special dish. Now let's try the Kanyaku. This thing was really hot. When I put it in my mouth, I had to spit it out. The taro cake absorbed all that boiling hotness from the dashi and it burnt my mouth. But once it cooled down, it was definitely delicious. Now let's try out this egg. Now this egg boiled for a long time. Now let's see the inside. I don't know if you guys can see this, but that egg white has absorbed all that soy sauce and mirin flavor and also the color. Also, the egg is not overboiled. I was very happy how this egg turned out. It was really delicious. It was salty with a little hint of sweetness. As for the daikon, it's nice and tender, but it still has a little bit of a bite. It's not overcooked and mushy. And as for the hot dog, I mean the top part is still undercooked because it wasn't submerged in the dashi, but the bottom part was delicious. I mean, it's a boiled hot dog in dashi. Overall, I was really satisfied with this dish. It was quite delicious. Anyways, that's the end of this episode. If you guys like what you see, hit the like button. And if you guys have any suggestions on what I should cook next, please post in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe.